You too. We back like we never left. Because we never left. You already know. So what's up, people? You already know what time it is. It's story time Sunday. Um, so it's kind of late. I'm recording this joint late. So I'm not going to do too much editing and shit. I'm going to just try to get it out there for y'all. Know what I mean? Because, story time Sundays, I'm trying to get shit popping on Sundays. So another thing, Wednesday, Wednesday, I'm going live. You heard? Wednesday, I'm going live. Let's make it Wednesday at 6 p.m. I'm going live. I think I'm gonna do the StreamYard shit so y'all could come up and we could, you know what I mean, chop it up. Alright, so Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Let's get it. Another thing, the teas. I need y'all to do me a favor. After this video, once y'all hear the video, on the comments, just put your size if y'all fucking with it. I'm not saying to place your order because I'm about to order them soon. Like tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm putting the order in. So I just need to see like how many, how many small, how many medium, how many like that. You know what I mean? Like what size niggas really rocking with so I can know what to get more of. You feel me? So hold me down. Um, so yeah, man. With that being said, let's get right into it. Boom. Um, I got locked up for 2 guns, stealing 2 guns, and here go the story, man. So boom, I'm in Mount Vernon. We're in Mount Vernon with it. I love Mount Vernon. Shout to Mount Vernon. Got a lot of niggas in Mount Vernon. Um, so boom. So this joint, this story right here, it happened not too long after I lost my mom, and losing my mom was crazy for me. That shit sent me down a whole spiral. I mean, I was crashing fast. I mean, I started drinking again, which I don't drink. Started popping perks and oxys, and you know what I mean. I went down a bad rabbit hole. You know what I mean. Thank God I got up out of it, but it happens to anybody, man. It happens to the best of us. You heard? And I was suffering. I was going through some shit. So boom. I ended up getting a job in Mount Vernon. It was a place called the Mail and Parcel Shop. I'm gonna put a picture of that joint up there for y'all. I'm not gonna do too much editing, but that joint I'm gonna put it up there for y'all. So just so y'all can get a picture of the store and all that. So I'm working there. It's a little store. We used to ship out packages and shit, like UPS packages and shit like that. So I quickly got real nice at it. And my boss, it was just me and my boss. My boss would leave me in the store like all day. You know what I'm saying? So I end up moving right next to the shop, right next to the store. I could just walk to the joint from, back and forth. So boom, it's this dude, we gonna call him Fat Boy. Now Fat Boy used to be, them dudes that be coming in the store or your place of business and just be chilling. He don't be buying nothing. He don't be doing nothing. He just be in there talking and chilling. So that was Fat Boy. He used to come in and talk, and the nigga rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? I didn't like Fat Boy for shit. You know what I mean? He never did nothing to me personally, but like I said, some people just rub you the wrong way, and he was one of those people. So I didn't have no problem doing what I did to him, right? And like I said, I done a lot of grimy shit that I'm not proud of, but I tell y'all the stories because it's my stories and I'm giving y'all the real, you know what I'm saying? So this is just another part of my stories. I'm not happy, I'm not proud of it, but it went down, you heard? So boom. So like I said, Fat Boy, you know what I mean? He come out the store. Fat Boy's always talking about guns. He talking about all these guns he got and shit. He talking to my boss, really, because I did talk to him and shit, because he was always there, but really he was there for my boss. So he was always talking about these guns and telling my boss, like, yo, you need a gun in this store, because Mount Vernon got spicy, you heard? So my boss didn't like guns, so my boss used to be like, nah, I don't want no gun. So a couple weeks after that, the Aki store next door, it was an Aki store, two stores away from us. They got robbed. They got stuck up and all that. Them niggas got robbed. So my boss got kind of shook up. and he told Fat Boy to bring one of the guns. So Fat Boy brings a 9, some decent shit, nice little joint. So he brings it. My boss don't even want to touch the shit. He was just scared of guns. So we put it in the back. My boss had a little safe. Now, not no crazy shit, just a little box with the key joint. So put the shit in there and just left it. So my boss, like I said, he don't even like touching guns. So he never paid that gun no mind. I guess he just felt better knowing that it was there. You know what I'm saying? So me, I like guns, man. So ever since that gun was there, I'm thinking about that gun. Like I said, I used to be in the store by myself most of the time. So I'll be back there in the office playing with the gun, looking at the shit, cocking it back, cleaning it like it was mine and shit, right? So whatever, time goes by, and I run into my man in the Ville, in Mount Vernon. So I don't know how the fuck this conversation started, but he like, yo, son, I need a blick. And at this time, I was broke. I wasn't getting paid shit at this job. So he like, what up? I'm like, say no more, bro. Meet me at so-and-so at such and such time. I'll be there with the joint. So I couldn't, it was late. First of all, it was late. So my store was closed. Yes, I had the key to go in my store, but we had cameras all in the store in the front. So I couldn't go in there at that time and go grab the shit because my boss would easily see me on camera, right? So what I did was, it's a pizza shop next door, and I was mad cool with these dudes. So I went in there, I told the boss, the owner of the pizza shop, that I forgot something in the store and I ain't have my keys. Can I come in through the back and climb in through the window? So he ain't think nothing of it. He was like, yeah, go ahead, bro, go ahead. Cause like I said, I worked there and I was cool with the dude. So I go in there, I grab the joint, throw it in my book bag, got back out the window, I dapped the nigga up and I kept it moving. So I did what I did with the gun. The gun is gone, right? Now, a couple more months go by. Just like I knew what happened, my boss don't know nothing, right? Because he don't never look or he don't never check for the gun or nothing. So I felt like I got away with that one, right? All right, boom. So now, like I said, Fat Boy's always in there talking about these guns he got in his house. So I'm always like, man, the day is gonna come when I'm gonna run in Fat Boy's house and I'm gonna take these guns. You know what I'm saying? That was the type of shit I was doing at the time, and I never liked him anyway. So, like I said, I ain't feel no type of way. It's whack though. It was whack, but like I said, I did it. So, so this day we talking about, Fat Boy comes in. We used to have the key machine to make copies of keys. So Fat Boy used to rent rooms in his house. So he comes in, I'm by myself. He tosses me a key and tells me to make 5 copies of the key. Cause, you know, for his tenants and shit, all for his apartment. It was the key to get in his house, right? So he asked for 5 copies and he leaves. So of course I made the 5 copies plus an extra one. So I made 6 copies, kept one and gave him the 5. So he come back in, I gave him the 5 keys. He dapped me up, kept it moving. So I couldn't go right away to the crib, but I knew that the time would come where I would have access to run in there and do what I gotta do. So I just waited patiently. So couple weeks go by, Fat Boy he come riding a bike, he parks his bike, comes in the store. So I know when he comes in the store and my boss is there, he gonna stay there for a minute because he just likes to talk, you know what I mean? So he comes, I say, yo, Fat Boy, let me use the bike. Let me go get something to eat. So he like, yeah, go ahead. He ain't thinking nothing of it. So I jump on the bike. I ride right to his crib. His shit was like a 5-7 minute ride from my store. So, excuse me. So I get to the front of his joint. I drop the bike, go up these steps, and I try to open the door. The door is locked. The hallway door is locked because it's a building. So these like teenagers is running around in the hallway. So I got my hoodie on real tight. You can't see my face for shit. And I got a book bag on. So I bang on the joint. And I'm like, yo, open the door. So one of them just came, didn't think nothing of it, and opened the door for me. Boom. I go, it was a first floor apartment. So I go, I put the key in. That shit worked. So I open the door. I go in there, I start looking around. I'm not ransacking nothing. I'm looking around like neatly, right? So I find this box where he got the guns at. Well, I thought it was guns because he always said guns, but I opened the box. It was just one gun. He had a beautiful 38 snub, like beautiful shit. So I'm hyped. My heart is beating. I'm like, yeah. So I grabbed the shit, throw it in my book bag, throw the book bag back on, throw the hoodie on, tighten that bitch up, and I'm out the door. So I leave. I can make sure I kept my head down and all that so the cameras won't see me and shit. Because the hallways had cameras. So I got up out of there, jumped on a bike, came back to work. I told him, I thanked him for the bike, and that was it, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm lit. So like a couple weeks go by, nobody talking about nothing. I thought shit was sweet. So this particular day, I told my boss I wasn't coming to work. I told him the night before because I wasn't feeling good. So I said, yo, boss, I'm not coming into work tomorrow. So he like, all right, cool. So that morning he calls me. My boss calls me. And he like, you sure you can't come in? So I'm like, nah, I can't come in. He like, you sure? Because I really need you. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm sick. I can't come in. I found it funny, but not too funny yet, right? So he like, all right. He hangs up the phone. I don't think nothing of it. I go back to sleep. The next day comes. I'm up. I used to open the store at 9 in the morning. I'm getting ready. He calls me at 8:30, and he like, yo, what's up? You coming in today? So I'm like, yeah, I'm coming in. Like he never does this, right? So this is like way out of the ordinary. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm coming in. Like what happened? He like, nah, I just want to make sure you coming in. I'm in the store. That's another weird thing that he was in the store because I used to open that store. So I'm like, I'll be there at 9. So he like, all right, make sure you're here. Me not thinking nothing of it, I go to work. So when I get to work, the whole front joint is glass, so you can see right in. So I see my boss, he's sitting behind the register. I don't see nobody else, so I just walk in. I say good morning to him. He like, good morning. As soon as I walk in, 3 DTs come out the back. It was 2 dudes and a female detectives. They come out the back, ask my name. Niggas hem me up. They cuff me up. So I'm looking at my boss like, the fuck? I'm not even putting this shit together yet though that he set me up. So I'm looking like, like the fuck, these niggas just came out the back and all that. It was very weird, but I'm still not putting 2 and 2 together like that. I don't know what they locking me up for. As far as I'm concerned, I'm like, damn, something in the past just caught up to me. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas don't tell me nothing. We get the detective's office was 100 feet away from my fucking store. So we really didn't even have to drive, but they still put me in the car. We drove for 30 seconds and then they bring me into the detective joint. So we there, my heart pounding. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, damn, I ain't been locked up for a minute. So I'm like, damn, this shit again. You know what I'm saying? That crazy feeling in your gut, especially you don't know what's going on. So I'm just quiet, like waiting for these niggas to come. They got me in the interrogation room, but I'm by myself. They took the cuffs off and shit, so I'm just sitting there. About 45 minutes later, 2 DTs come in with a folder, this famous folder. They always come in with this big ass folder, right? So he throw the folder on the table. They sit down. So right away he like, so where the guns at? Where these guns at? So I'm like, guns? He like, yeah, you stole 2 guns. You got 2 guns. So I'm like, 2 guns? I'm playing stupid, but in my mind I'm like, yo, these niggas got me for the guns. And that's when it hit me, cause I'm like, guns? Y'all only really supposed to know about 1. So what happened was this. Fat Boy ended up, of course, he noticed his gun was gone immediately. So he called his landlord and they ran back all the tapes until he says that he seen me coming in the hallway with the hoodie and this and this and that. So he recognized me because of the hoodie. He know me. So he went to the boys. He told them that I burglarized his crib and I took his guns and this and that. So I had a warrant out for my arrest for like 2 weeks without even knowing it. So them niggas, I'm not saying nothing to them. I'm just denying shit like I don't know what y'all talk about. But I'm starting to play shit back in my mind. So the D tells me the DT is like, yo, you took so and so's gun, and you also took the gun from your boss. Cause what happened was when they had came in that day before, when my boss called me that first time, he was trying to set me up then. That's why he was like, yo, you coming in? So um, they came in to get me on that first day. I think it was a Tuesday or something. I wasn't there. So they sitting down, they talking to my boss, and my boss, they telling my boss that I stole a gun from Fat Boy. So my boss is like, oh, well, we got another one of Fat Boy's guns here, cause you know, whatever. He tell them the story. So they like, oh, can we see that gun? Of course, he go to the back, the gun is gone, right? So he come back out. He like, oh, he must have took this one too. You know, it was definitely him or whatever. So they hit me with the both guns. So I had like burglary, two stolen guns, trespass, a bunch of crazy shit. I had a couple felonies, couple misdemeanors. Of course, I denied everything because in my mind, I'm like, man, there's no way these niggas could take none of this to trial because I'm on camera. Supposedly, I'm on camera for the joint, but I remember that I had that hoodie on real tight. I had my head down, you know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do. So I'm like, yo, listen, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. Just take me to the jail, you know what I mean? Take me to Valhalla or let me go. One or the other. But you ain't getting no statement out of me and you ain't getting me to admit to nothing. So that's it. And I want my lawyer. That's it. So of course they hate when you do that shit. So they eventually take me I go to Valhalla, back in jail, whatever. So just to speed the story up, I end up spanking the case. Fat Boy end up not even showing up to court. And since, like I said, the case was real weak, them niggas ain't want it. They end up charging me with nothing. Matter of fact, I end up copping out to just a little trespassing joint. Just to get, because the case went on forever. So I wanted to go home and get this shit over with. So since they didn't have shit, them niggas, I copped out to trespassing some bullshit and got up out of there. So I spanked them on that joint. Simply by just keeping quiet, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all a couple times, just keep quiet, man. You know what I mean? Like, don't do no crime. I'm not saying do crime. Don't do no crime. But if y'all ever get caught up in whatever y'all doing, your best defense is just keep quiet, man. Just don't say nothing at all. It works. It works, man. Trust me, that shit works. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I'm not proud of none of this shit, but it's part of my life. So, that's that. I hope y'all like the story. Of course, I got more coming. Oh, another thing. I'm going to go live Wednesday. Don't forget, I'm going to go live Wednesday. So, let's get it. I think I don't never did it before, but I think you got to drop a link or some shit. I'm going to learn it before Wednesday, and I'm going to go live. So, if any of y'all want to come up there, we get acquainted. Maybe y'all can tell a couple stories, whatever, man. But we just going to have fun, you heard? So, yeah, man. Like I said, I love y'all, man. One.